Right, okay. Hello, lads. In this video, I want to be going over dissatisfaction. So, first of all, I want all of you to write your goals down in the description, whether that's hit 10k per month or be able to bench 80 kg at the gym. It doesn't matter what it is, I just want you to write your goals down. If you haven't actually got any goals, just write some down and in the description down below. Most goals that top tier entrepreneurs are achieving at, they are still dissatisfied with. So my goal for this year is to hit 5k per month by the end of this year, and then next month, not the end of the month, sorry, the end of this year is to hit 5k per month, and then the goal for next year is to hit 10k per month. So top tier entrepreneurs literally cannot sleep on these goals, which means that just shows the level of dissatisfaction they have to these goals compared to us, or like all of us basically, compared to these top tier entrepreneurs. Their dissatisfaction level is so high compared to all of us that it makes them work 10 times harder, whether that's fitness, money, relationships, anything. It doesn't matter what it is. You just need to become dissatisfied with your current situation to be able to make a lot of progress throughout your journey. Dissatisfaction can literally make you a lethal weapon in business, or whether that's growing confidence or in the gym. If you're dissatisfied with the current situation, it's going to make you work 10 times harder to the point that you're outworking yourself, changing your identity to a different person, and being dissatisfied with the person that you was before will then make you work 10 times harder to improve into a better person in the future. I don't blame you for not being dissatisfied, because software developers and scientists have literally made it that you can get cheap dopamine throughout your entire day without even realizing it, for one, and also two, having to worry about anything else. Men are satisfied by porn, Instagram. You can literally, within 30 seconds, you can grab your phone and look at some 10 out of 10 model on your phone, and then you're looking at some beautiful woman on Instagram without even having to actually put the graft into then talk to a different person, like an actual good looking woman in person. Instead, you can just go on Instagram and have a look, or you can go on porn and just have a look straight away. So many guys and girls are just satisfied because of this, which is meaning that basically everyone actually isn't actually working to their max to be able to achieve where they want to go. Video games are also making people very satisfied because online status and recognition, because of ranks and shiny camos that you can achieve through basically playing the game 10 hours a day, and just you'll get recognised by your friends or your Discord mates because you got some shiny camo or whatnot. 50 years ago, you couldn't be satisfied because of the lack of internet and no overstimulation. So if somebody was in my situation, or in a situation that you're in, they would be very dissatisfied with it, because they are they understand, one, this is the position that they're in and they need to actually work harder to change where they are, and they had no sort of overstimulation that they could just resort to start looking at stuff online, and then it will kind of distract them from where they want to go in life. And I was an average kid with average grades, not making any money at all last year. I was not worried about girls, money or fame or even success. I was switching around from business model to business model, from SMA to IPGA to e-commerce, all different kind of brands, or online money making methods online. And now, due to dissatisfaction on my current situation, I'm now working on my goals every day, and whether I achieve them this year or next year, I'm working my arse off to get to the point that I want to get to, and it is literally all I think about. So this is from dissatisfaction of the position that I'm in. Last year I was dissatisfied with working in some dead-end job, so now I was on £150 a week. So then instead, I've now changed jobs, got an even better job. I've doubled my income in a normal 9 to 5 job, and then I'm now like I'm not comfortable with that anymore. I've been there for like 8 months, and now I'm dissatisfied with that. I've realised the amount of money that you can make online, and now I'm working on making something online instead of working at my job. And this is due to dissatisfaction, pretty much. You need to become more dissatisfied to make more progress, and you should probably be ashamed of the progress that you actually made in the last year. If you look back in the last year and you think how much progress you've actually made, it is probably zero. You probably are in the same place, if not even in a worse place. In fact, you're probably in a worse place than you was, or just probably the same place, not really developed as a person. You might have grown up a little bit, but actually growing up and then developing as a person and becoming more confident are two different things. Obviously, you become a little bit mature, which brings confidence as you grow up, but also the progress that you've actually made is probably nothing, because one, you don't really have any goals, and two, you haven't really had anything to work towards. So if you set yourself goals, it will allow you to become dissatisfied with the situation that you're in, and then it will give you something to work towards. People are just coping and still making excuses for what they're doing. So I literally heard it the other day that somebody was like not interested in girls, but that's because one, he doesn't get any, and two, it's like he probably just sits there wanking to porn. So it's like that's two reasons why you're not even like paying attention to girls. Is because one, you cope and say you're not interested because you basically just shit at talking to them, and two, by watching porn and Instagram, you can literally just resort to looking at some fit bird on Instagram and kind of distract yourself from actually talking to birds online, or like actually girls in real life, instead of actually putting in the work to actually try and get a girl. They kind of just cope and they go to Instagram or to porn straight away, and instead of actually putting in the work. You need to aggressively take action towards life. So literally, it should be everything that you think about. If you're journaling, it should be everything that you're journaling about all the time is about where you want to be in life and the actions that you're taking to actually get to that point. So if my goal is to be on 5k a month by the end of December, then I'm obviously going to have to make some progress towards that. And I've literally got like mindsets up on my wardrobe. That's how obsessed I am. I have mindsets, I have goals on my wardrobe, I have things that I need to like actually stick by, like daily meditation and posting at these certain times and stuff. Like I have this, and that's the level of obsession that you need to get at. And I actually reckon that I need to become even more obsessed and more dissatisfied with the situation that I'm in. So I'm literally reminding myself every like couple of days that I'm actually not happy in the position that I'm in and where I want to be in life, and that is therefore allowing me to work even harder and reach a different level. So since I kind of came across dissatisfaction probably about 2 weeks ago, I've noticed that my like amount of work that I'm actually putting into YouTube or Instagram or into my college or anything is literally the bar has risen even within the last 2 weeks. So I've literally become dissatisfied in the position that I'm in, and then it will allow me to work even harder and achieve even better than what I'm doing. So like this feeling of like being a little bit uncomfortable is actually a really good feeling. So if you turn the negative into a positive, it is actually a really good feeling. And leaning towards fear and like being uncomfortable is actually really good for a man. So if you learn to actually embrace fear and actually be a little bit uncomfortable in certain situations, it actually builds up your confidence and allows you to actually build as a person. A lot of people aren't actually putting themselves out of their comfort zone, and they're just staying at like a mediocre level throughout. And this is why people aren't making progress, is because they're staying at this level and not really working towards anything that they can like work towards. They're not putting themselves out of the comfort zone, so they're just staying as mediocre. So if you actually lean into the side of being a little bit like worried or fear or uncomfortable, you will actually start to make a lot more progress than you was originally. Even if that comes with a little bit of like FOMO from not going out and missing out and instead focusing on yourself, or even like when you go up to a bird and chat to them, you might get that feeling in your chest and it's like, oh, like I don't really know what to say, but at the end of the day, that feeling's going to still be there the next time you go chat to her, or if you go speak to a different bird. But if you go and actually go talk to her, or go talk to somebody that you've been, instead of putting off the conversation, whether that's with a teacher or with a girl or with a friend or with anybody really, it doesn't matter where it is, as long as you don't put it off and like you just carry on making sure that you're like trying to make the change, you will eventually grow as a person and make significant changes to where you was originally. So yeah, I just think becoming a little bit more dissatisfied with the situation that you're in, and taking and life aggressively and actually taking action towards goals. And if you don't have any goals, set them, and yeah, become more dissatisfied with the situation that you're in. Even if you're in a very comfortable life, like I live a cushy life and I don't stress about too much, but I'm still becoming dissatisfied. Like I'm literally an only child and I don't have many responsibilities, but like I'm still becoming dissatisfied to help myself, trying to like level up into an even higher level that I think is the point that I want to get to in life. So yeah, this is just what I was saying. And yeah, I hope this video was very informative, helped, and my coaching is 1-to-1 down below. First link in the description. Peace.